remember the last time I was this nervous in the presence of an animal. If you get bit, it's almost certain death. Oh, I'm shaking right now, like my feet are tingling. Right now, I am out tide pooling in Eastern Australia in search of the deadliest creature on the planet. The Blue Ringed Octopus has one of the most toxic venoms on Earth, and if we're lucky enough to find one, I'm going to attempt to touch it with my bare hands. But first things first, let's get looking. From experience tide pooling, the best results are usually from the edge. The further out you can go, the better. An octopus can change the texture of its skin, and it would just look like any of these. Now, I've struck out on all 3 previous occasions trying to locate a blue ring octopus. I'm hoping 4th time's a charm. The difference this time is I'm searching with my good friend Miller Wilson, who has seen blue rings in these tide pools before. It's very hard to pick a octopus that's a master of camouflage out from this environment. It's about to be low tide, and this is probably one of the most dangerous tide pools that I have ever searched. So wearing some nice protective shoes, gloves. I don't really want to handle the octopus, but the gloves should protect me just in case. And of course, you still need to watch our steps, because if you look at this, all these rocks out here, exactly like a stonefish. And this is stonefish territory. The stonefish is the world's most venomous fish. If you step on one, your boots will not protect you. A single sting from a stonefish can be excruciating and can even be deadly. No octopus. Flipping's not really doing it, so I'm just gonna cruise to cover a lot of ground looking for movement. A lot of times I do see octopus moving from pocket to pocket, but they slink along the surface. So I'm just looking for any movement right now. Any movement, we're getting it though, feel it. Oh my God, I got an octopus. I got a blue ring, guys. It's right here. There it is. I missed it. It's right in here. It's right here. How could I miss that? That was it. Got it. Oh my gosh. We got one. Are you kidding me? Yes! Boom, baby! Boom. Yes! Holy cow. Miller! We're good. We got one. Can you help me get out of the net? So, you'll see I'm wearing gloves, guys, for a reason right now. This is a really good way to get a nip. That is not what I want. Put that guy in there. There we go. Hey, buddy. Let's talk about what we found. Right there in my hand is the most dangerous animal on the planet, at least when it comes to venom. Nothing in the animal kingdom is more toxic than this tiny little octopus. And yes, I am nervous about it, but before the end of this video, I will officially touch with my bare hand the most dangerous and toxic creature on Earth. There are actually 4 described varieties of blue ring octopus. This one is the blue lined octopus. It's the only one in the family that has these really cool, vivid blue pinstripes surrounding the body. It's almost like blue tiger stripes. So if this animal is at all threatened, here, I want to show you what it does. See that? Look at those rings go. Is that cool or what? Oh, okay. Stay down, stay down. If the octopus is at all agitated, not only does it flare up the rings on its arms, but those lines on its body glow. Back up, I'm toxic. That's your aposematic warning. And if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna give you a nip. And they show these vivid display warnings, not only for predators, but they also do it while they're hunting. They will do it to confuse or startle their would-be prey. This is what our octopus friend here is out hunting. This is a type of shore crab, but this would be the perfect food for the octopus. All right, we're gonna let this crab go. A single bite from this octopus could kill over 20 human beings. Needless to say, if I get nipped by this creature, that'll be the last nip I ever take. Now these octopus are nocturnal and they are masters of camouflage. Its normal color pattern perfectly blends in to this silty environment. They have 3 hearts that pump blue blood. They also have 9 brains. 1 central brain to run the entire nervous system, but then at the base of each arm, they have another brain. And you can see there, that little beak holds 2 venom sacs. And it's actually a toxin that it doesn't even produce itself, that it actually picks up through bacteria that it finds in the environment, through other organisms in this tide pool, and it collects this bacteria in its salival glands, and when it uses its beak to bite into its prey or a predator for escape, it will actually inject saliva into the wound. Once this saliva enters the bloodstream, you get infected with TTX. No animal has as lethal of a dose as the blue ring octopus does. If you get even a micro amount of TTX in your bloodstream, all you can do is be put on life support and hope that eventually your body works through the toxin on its own. And here's the worst part about it. While you might be in complete paralysis, you are lucid. There are survivors that have lived to tell the tale of having people try to resuscitate them, giving active CPR, and they weren't able to communicate, but they remember everything. And a lot of people get bitten by these octopus because of mistaken identity. You'll come out to a local beach in Tideful. Guys, turn your cameras right now. This is an active beach. People take their dogs and kids and play on this beach, and these animals live all along the coastline. Now that's not to scare you. Obviously, we're out here actively looking for them. They're hard to find, but people do unfortunately come into contact with these octopus and they will pick them up, play with them, and in that process take a bite, which is completely painless, by the way. Initial symptoms are going to be things like tingling, difficulty breathing, difficulty thinking, loss of your motor skills, wobbly walking. If you think you are ever bitten by a blue ring octopus and you start to have symptoms, you have to be rushed to the hospital as fast as you can. We're talking like life flight situation, because you only have a matter of minutes before your whole nervous system starts to shut down and you're no longer able to breathe. Whew. And saying all that while holding the octopus in your hand, it's hard to remember the last time I was this nervous in the presence of an animal. All right, the time has come for something that I've thought a lot about. Because I know the only way that this octopus has the ability to envenomate you is a bite with its beak, I'm going to attempt to touch with my bare hand the most lethal, toxic animal on the planet. In order to do that, I'm gonna just dump out this water. Look at that. The octopus is trying to mimic the color of the cube. Rest assured, this is just a camouflage tactic. They are masters at this. That octopus is still very much able to pounce and bite. They can spend extended periods out of water. All right, so just so you guys know, if this blue ring does snare me, we're going to the hospital on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. That made me nervous. All right, lid back on. I don't think I was just bitten now, but I'm not completely sure. I had to take a break, guys, because like I'm definitely feeling a little lightheaded, like major anxiety. That animal right there, if you get bit, it's game over. It's lights out. Guys, I am like shaking right now. Like my feet are tingling. Things that you normally wouldn't pick up on, like heart rate, how I'm breathing, tingle feeling. Like I'm just from like all the adrenaline pumping through my body. And the emotions are intense, super intense. Gotta shake that off. The anxiety that I'm experiencing on camera is real, as I had almost identical symptoms to that of a blue ring bite. While I was 99% sure I wasn't bitten, we had to closely monitor my symptoms until we deemed it safe enough to continue filming. The symptoms of these bites can be subtle and can be hard to differentiate from anxiety and panic from other sources of stress. Please, never attempt to do what you are seeing in this video. I cannot stress enough, if you are bitten by a blue ring octopus, you must seek medical attention immediately. I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay to continue. Let's keep going. Okay. It's been a while since I've had this kind of reaction to being in an encounter with an animal. Like, it's like my first time seeing a venomous snake. It's like all kinds of emotions right now. Just brushing up against one in the tide pool, whether you're walking around, if you accidentally touch one, you're gonna be just fine. It's like every other octopus. The difference only occurs when you take a bite from the beak right there. Oh, wants to bite me. I'm actually going to get chomped. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He's biting me. Oh, he's got me good. He's latched. He's latched. He won't let go. Oh, won't let go. Oh, got one. Oh yeah. Woo, yeah. This, believe it or not, is one of the most famous creatures ever featured on the Brave Wilderness channel. That's right, the original Bloodworm video now has over 73 million views. But in that original adventure, we did leave a few things on the table that are definitely worth revisiting. Namely, the venomous bite of this creature. Actually, did Coyote take a bite?
Ow! Yay!
Did it bite you?
He got me!
I got that!
He got me, I felt it. It was a little pinch.
Let me see. Where'd he get you?
Right there, right in the crux of my finger.
I think we could do better than just a pinch for one of the world's only venomous worms. In fact, we learned something very important about this creature between the last adventure and today that's going to help us achieve a bite on camera. But before I go getting myself chomped for this new bloodworm experiment, we need to find a whole lot more worms than just this one. Let's keep digging. Bloodworms hunt for prey in the tidal mudflats of both the Atlantic and Pacific coasts of the United States and Canada. They have also earned the nickname sludge worm, since their habitat consists of thick mud and quicksand that can easily swallow your boots whole. To find these slimy predators, worm diggers use special rakes to quickly peel back mud and reveal worms on the move that could be sold as prize fishing bait. And while they can be difficult to find, some of the best worm diggers in Maine can collect up to 1,000 worms a day, with the largest ones growing up to 15 inches long. After hours of digging and covered head to toe in mud and sweat, we fill the bucket and set the stage for one of the worst bites we've ever filmed. Welcome to the Bloodworm bite table. What I have in front of me here are 5 very large bloodworms. No, these are not your granddad's night crawlers, folks. These are natural born killers. Armed with 4 venomous fangs and an appetite to match, we have been told that these worms pack one heck of a bite. Some people say that it's like a bee sting, and locals have even told us that they've seen worm diggers crawling out of the mudflats in near tears from being bitten by these carnivorous worms. But there is one key piece of information that we learned from the original bloodworm video to today, and that is you can actually head a bloodworm. Similar to how a herpetologist would head a venomous snake to keep it from biting them, I will actually attempt to grab the proboscis once it shoots out and then intentionally inflict my first bite. And yes, I said first bite. There's gonna be more than one. Now what I'm going to try to do is head the proboscis, and while I'm attempting to do this, let's review some of the most interesting facts about this bizarre marine oddity. The bloodworm is a venomous segmented worm that hunts invertebrates and other marine creatures. Armed with 4 razor-sharp fangs and a projectile mouth called a proboscis, they are voracious predators and are as aggressive as they are bizarre. One of the most shocking things about these worms is how normal they can appear and then in a split second transform into one of the most alien-looking life forms you've ever seen. And as if this wasn't creepy enough, things get even worse. Once the bloodworm has its prey ensnared in those hooked jaws, it will inject it with a paralyzing venom that incapacitates the victim, so it can be digested and eaten alive. This venom is chemically similar to that of a scorpion and is known to cause severe reactions in humans, including burning, tissue damage, and anaphylactic shock. Please do not attempt what you're about to see. Oh, almost got it. I missed it. Oh, come on. All right. I got it. Oh, wants to bite me. That is the proboscis of one of the biggest bloodworms I have ever seen. Holy moly. That's over a foot for sure. Okay, time to get bitten by one of the only venomous worms on the planet, the bloodworm. Got a good hold on it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh! Yeah! Oh, God, he's on me. Oh, look at that. Ah, he won't let go. Ah, he won't let go. Oh! Ah! Oh, he's in. Go, he's really on there, guys. I can't get him off. He's biting me. Oh, he's got me good. Yeah, he got me. Ah, man, it didn't break the skin. It was definitely latched into me, but its fangs I don't think are long enough to break the skin of my finger. I wonder if I try on a softer part. Let's try my wrist. It's a little bit thinner there, a little bit softer. All right, here we go. Let's go in for the second bite on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Oh, yep. See him tug on the skin? Ah, he's latched. He's latched. Ah, yeah. Oh, I can't get him off. Yeah, he's got me. You see that? Ah, keep rolling, keep rolling. I'm gonna try to pry him off. He's really latched on. Come on, let go, let go. Ah, he won't let go. Oh, he won't let go. Gotta get him off. Ah. Oh. Oh yeah. That was a full-on bloodworm bite. Boy, that burns. Gosh, you get that shot? Got Those fangs were all the way latched in. Oh. Oh, that burns. Ooh, man, yes. You can see that there wasn't much blood produced from the bite, but I've got blisters forming, and that's likely due to all the inflammation and swelling. I feel it in the nervous system. My wrist is screaming right now. Super painful burning sensation, a lot like a wasp or a bee sting. Those fangs are like little talons, and it just grabbed right through the skin and did not want to let go. They were like barbs on a fishing hook. They were just in there. And really, I wasn't able to get the worm off until it decided to relax a little bit and I pried it back. But those fangs are definitely sharp enough. Yikes, that hurt. Now that we've witnessed what a single bloodworm is capable of, let's see what happens when I submerge my hands in over 100 of them. Do bloodworms hunt in packs? We're about to find out. Before I attempt to feed my hands to these four-fanged terrors, let's take a look at what they did to some normal prey from the wild. While related and very similar looking to bloodworms, the sandworm is not nearly as formidable. And after a short time in a small aquarium, we can see they are also very much their food. The venomous bloodworms attacked and broke down the sandworms quickly, and what you're seeing now are signs of both chewing and dismemberment, a clear sign of active predation. If you thought one bloodworm bite was bad, check this out. Whoa! Look at all these worms. That is a container filled with over 100 bloodworms in this tank. And I'm going to attempt to submerge my hands into this tank of bloodworms for 2 minutes. All enough to figure out, do bloodworms hunt in packs? Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that feels so weird. Ah, I just took my first bite. Hit me on the pinky. It was a bite and release. Oh, I could feel them. Yeah, I could feel more proboscis going. It's like you could feel them tense up and then poof, it fires out. The anticipation is killing me. If you could see them wriggling, they have their little sensory tips, sensing their environment for anything that they can eat or get those jaws on. Oh, I could see a lot of them are shooting their proboscis out already. they sense something foreign in their environment. I gotta look away. This is like too much anxiety just looking at this container. This has gotta be the creepiest thing I have ever done in my entire life. Just so disgusting, feeling all those worms wriggling around my fingers. One thing that we noticed earlier is that as soon as one of them fires their proboscis, it seems to create a rapid fire effect. They all do it at the same time.
They're going crazy.
They are. Feel them wriggling around my fingers. Oh man, oh yeah. Ah, got another one. Oh my goodness, so creepy. All right, how much time left?
30 seconds left.
All right, this has gotta be the longest 2 minutes of my life. 2 minutes feels like an eternity. Ah, oh, the bloodworm bite tank. Oh, this is horrible. Give me a countdown.
5.
Ah, got me again.
3.
That's 3.
2. 1.
Ah.
Oh.
Definitely got nailed on the pinky on this side. And I got 2 nips between my fingers, here and here. Definitely got nipped 3 times. Wow, that was weird. What a crazy day on the Brave Wilderness channel. Well, I don't know if we can definitively say that bloodworms like to hunt in packs, but I'll tell you this. They sure don't mind sharing a meal, but man, that original bite, that was a serious, serious chomp from a bloodworm. It is absolutely swollen and very tender to the touch. I have a feeling I'm gonna be in pain for quite a while on that one. And I was absolutely correct. The bite of a bloodworm was no joke and ended up becoming one of the most painful experiences I've endured so far. Overnight, the swelling increased dramatically, and the burning around the bite spread through my hand and up my arm, nearly locking my wrist. Then, days after the initial pain subsided, I had a secondary reaction, where the bite zone flared up with an aggressive rash and itched at least twice as much as poison ivy. In all, it took 3 weeks to heal from the bloodworm venom. And I'm here to officially say the scary rumors of bloodworms are 100% true. So while these creatures are an important part of the intertidal ecosystem and a valued resource for fishing towns across Maine, you absolutely want to avoid their bite at all costs. Ouch! Exclamation point. I am no stranger to risk. I have come face to face and hand to claw with some of the most ferocious and notorious animals on the planet. But this one was so much more. Inevitable, intentional, imperative to my quest as an explorer. Welcome to Guadalupe, a remote volcanic island 175 nautical miles off the coast of Mexico's Baja Peninsula. This towering mountainous expanse of prehistoric Earth will serve as a backdrop to my greatest adventure to date. We made it. Because if there's one place on Earth to find the world's largest predatory shark, this is it. What's cool about Guadalupe is it's kind of like the sister to the Farallon Islands that we filmed at before. Unfortunately, we didn't see any sharks in the Farallons, but down here, the sharks come in because of the seals. They have 3 different species of pinniped here in Guadalupe. They've got their endemic fur seal population, they've got California sea lions, and then of course they have northern elephant seals, all of which are on the menu for the great white shark. And the place we are at right now is known as the kill zone. This is the space between the feeding grounds where the seals need to hunt their food and the shore where they rest during the day. And as you can imagine, in that space in between is the great white shark's favorite buffet. But our goal isn't to see seals getting eaten while we're out here. Our goal is to get under the water in the realm of the great white shark so we can get the cameras up close and personal with one of the world's top marine predators. Our home in this mystical place will be none other than the Socorro Vortex of the Pelagic Fleet. This ship and its crew have been making the voyage to Guadalupe for years and have been assisting in shark research and conservation all along the way.
The very first step to try to protect sharks is to get in the water with them. Once you're in the water with them, it's a complete different perspective you will get forever.
So one of the biggest differences between what we tried to do in the Farallon Islands and what we're doing out here in Guadalupe is this. We actually get to use attractant, aka bait, to draw in the sharks close to the cages and therefore up close to the cameras. All right guys, think it's time to get suited up because it's about to be our turn to get in the water. As I began to suit up, reality sunk in. I do need to say, this is the point where the nerves start to kick in, and it's not because I'm scared, it's not out of fear, it's healthy because an activity like this is not risk-free. Even though we're with one of the best crews in the world when it comes to diving in cages with great white sharks, we still have to have our wits about us. Anything can happen. We're talking a ton-plus animal that can be ferocious in a moment's notice, and they can literally rip these cages apart. In fact, one of my friends caught footage of a shark entering a shark cage, and they had to pop the top where the divers are supposed to come out to release the shark, not the diver. So we definitely have to keep our eyes peeled, be aware at all times, watch each other's backs when we're in the cages, because literally anything can happen. Just because there's bars in front of us, that's not any sign for complacency when you're in the water with an animal that formidable. The few steps between the deck and the shark cage created a bridge to the world of the great white. My heart began to race, but this time, the nerves I felt were more distinct. This was an adrenaline rush from the excitement of a life's dream nearing closer with each and every step. My moment had finally arrived. Here we go! As I entered the cool 65-degree water, my eyes began to adjust, and I became aware of the endless blue void that lurked below me. The sunlight danced through the 12,000 feet of water surrounding the landscape of the island, and there was no bottom in sight, meaning the sharks could be anywhere and come from any direction. Looking around, scanning for our first shark, I was in awe of the clarity of the water and the abundance of fish in the area. Our main challenge at this point was getting properly positioned. The strong currents threw us around the cages like ragdolls. So to keep the camera steady and our bodies from bouncing off the walls, we fixed our feet to the railing and held tightly with our free hands. Watching from below the surface, I could see the occasional splash from above as the crew tossed bait lines into the water. Knowing full well that each attempt could be the line to draw the apex predators from below. We waited, patiently scanning the blue abyss for any shadows or signs of movement. Minutes seemed like hours, but then, without much warning, it happened. From the distance, a dark shape began to appear. It crept toward us slowly, and then suddenly, it was right in front of us. Wow, I couldn't believe my eyes. What I've been witnessing for years on Shark Week was right in front of my lens. Finally, I was in the presence of a great white shark. It thrashed toward the bait and missed, but after a quick lap around our cage, it disappeared again. As fast as the giant flashed into view, it was gone. But this was proof of victory. We were going to be seeing sharks today, and hopefully, lots of them. On average, great white sharks will have up to 300 teeth in their mouths at any given time. And these teeth are arranged in up to 7 rows, with the first 2 known as their working teeth. As you can see by our footage, their attacks are calculated and precise. The torpedo shape of their body allows the great white to accelerate up to speeds of, get this, 35 miles an hour and strike with a force of 29 Gs. So forget about the bite for a second. The impact alone is enough to kill prey all by itself. As I calmly observe the frenzy of sharks surrounding the cage, I am reminded that I am in their world. Not only am I observing them, they are observing me. Witnessing a strange visitor in a metal cage, they would come closer and closer with each pass for a better look. And locking eyes with a great white shark is something that I'll never forget as long as I live. As my time in the cage came to a close, I couldn't help but keep my camera rolling. We had seen many impressive sharks today, but I just had this feeling that something big was about to happen. When suddenly, a giant silhouette charged from straight beneath, and with its sights locked on the prize, it lunged at full kill speed. And pow! I could not believe it. It's rare to see from the surface, let alone from underwater, but what we had just witnessed was a full breach. Behold, the full fury of the great white shark.
now feeling extremely happy with our footage, and after hours underwater, it was finally time to return to the safety of the boat.
Deep in the mountains of Chile, there is an insect so rare and so elusive that its sting is completely undocumented by science. And that sting belongs to the panda ant. And today, we're going to try to make history by being the first to find this panda ant, capture it on video, and then of course I will take on the sting of the panda ant in a world's first. This is gonna be like looking for a fuzzy needle in a giant wilderness haystack. It's time to get searching. Now this won't be your average hike. Only a few panda ants have been found in the wild, so we're going to have to search this entire mountain range to even have a chance at finding them. Okay, this looks promising. This open area has a lot of sandy, loose material, which is perfect for the panda ant because it likes to make burrows, and it also allows us to cover a lot of ground fast. Covering ground. That is the name of the game when you're looking for very, very small creatures. The more ground your eyes can scan, the more likely it is you'll find what you're looking for. We're hearing water down below. In the desert, water is life. Let's try our luck in a different environment. Found the water. Ah, it looks so good. If you were ever stuck out here in the desert, this water would be absolutely life-saving and perfectly fine to drink running this fast. A little bouldering. Just seeing water is a boost of energy. Oh, that feels so good. It's good that we're seeing these flowers. Panda ants feed on a diet predominantly of nectar, so these flowers, good indication we have a food source. There's definitely more life down by this river. Finally feels like we're starting to close in on the panda ant. Seeing these smaller wasps, that makes me feel really positive. I think the trail is heating up. I'm starting to see yellow jackets. Good sign for us right now. This is the insect watering hole. But look at that one. See that one that's chasing the others off? It's got like a panda-like abdomen. You seeing this? You seeing this? The male panda ants have wings. Let's keep moving. Have to be getting close. Oh, whoa, look at all these. Just got to this trail and there are all these burrows. I can't say whether or not these are definitively panda ant burrows, but they're the right size and right shape and in the right place. Finally feels like we're starting to close in on the panda ant. Panda ant right there. Oh! Woo! We got one! Holy! Oh! We were literally just about to give up. It's not a big one, but that is a panda ant, baby! Let's go! Yes! Ah! Got one. But our luck wouldn't end there. As we prepped our presentation and captured the first ever video of this fuzzy little panda, something even more incredible happened. Got another one. Hold on. Get in there, go. They're so fast. So fast, this one's kind of small. I don't want to get stung. Not yet anyway. There you go. Yes, 2 panda ants. Holy cow. And this one really looks like a panda. Wow. Not 1, but 2 panda ants. This is such a rare opportunity to film this world famous creature. There is almost no footage of this species. In fact, this is likely the first 4K footage the world has seen of the panda ant, the world's smallest panda. The first thing I noticed about these creatures were their size. They are teeny tiny, Look at the little capsules that we had to bring with us for this presentation. But not only are they small, they are fast. I cannot believe we actually were able to get them into the containers. It's not likely that we're gonna be able to get very much B-roll of them walking around. All it would take is a small little hole or crack in the ground, and they are poof, gone. They got their name, the Panda Ant, because of that black and white fuzzy exoskeleton, which of course I keep calling them an ant, but they are not an ant at all. They are a species of wasp, and the wingless ones are actually females. The males of this species have wings, but the females do not possess wings. But what they do possess is the largest stinger to body size ratio of any insect in the world. They're related to the cow killer found in the southern United States, another species famous for its massive stinger and painful sting. Both have fuzzy exoskeletons and are classified as velvet ants. However, unlike the cow killer, the effects of the panda ant venom are completely unknown. And with that, it's time to take a closer look at their defense mechanisms. They don't just look like pandas for our amusement. They've developed this coloration to ward off predators to say, hey, I pack a punch, I have a lot of defenses, and you will regret it. Now let's talk about another defense mechanism. Let's bring the microphone in there real close. You hear that? That's called stridulation, which is a high-frequency warning pitch that these insects are able to emit. And we're not just boosting the sound. This insect's actually noisy. I can hear it. Look at that. Swinging the abdomen already. Might get to see an appearance of that. Oh, that stinger's coming out. Compared to body size, that is a super long stinger. It will have no problem popping a stinger through my skin. Now remember when I said earlier, this is probably the first 4K footage of a panda ant. Let me also tell you, this is about to be the first ever documented sting of this species. No one has taken the sting of the panda ant. Going into the sting zone with the panda ant is truly the great unknown. I have no idea what kind of reaction I'm going to have, so we brought a couple of emergency remedies. Of course, our satellite phone. If I go into any kind of anaphylactic shock, we will use this for emergency distress calls. In addition to that, I always bring a first aid trauma kit. And in this trauma kit, I always have an EpiPen. That's pretty much our only remedies if this sting gets really bad. For the first time ever, it's time to go flesh the stinger with the panda ant. That stinger is flying. That is a very big stinger. I would say the stinger is the entire length of the lower abdomen. All right, it is time. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the panda ant. Here we go to the great unknown of the world of stings. 1, 2, 3. Yep, stinger's in. Stinger's in. Oh, I dropped her. Where'd she go?
Oh, it's here.
Definitely stung me. Maybe over the wall? Yeah, let me see. They're so fast. And they blend in perfectly where she can't have gotten far. Look around.
Here, I'm gonna look over here.
All right, yeah. Keep looking, keep looking. Oh no! Oh! Well, unfortunately, I dropped the ant. She definitely gave me a sting before hightailing it out of here. We've got 2 distinct sting marks. I would say it's probably similar to that of a hornet, but luckily for us, we have one more ant. In fact, this is the one that looks most like a panda. So, it's time to see if the world's smallest panda packs a potent punch. Gotta get a good grip. I know it looks easy, but it is so hard to get a good grip on these tiny little panda ants. There we go. Okay, stinger's going. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, yeah, okay. Definitely took a really good sting and a bite. See this panda's jaws locked into me? I think this panda ant's bite is worse than its sting. Definitely getting little micro stings. This tiny panda ant just might not be big enough to deliver a full punch. Okay. Well, you can see here, I got 2 really good stings from the ant that got away. And then I probably have I don't know, like a dozen little micro stings. I left it there for a while, but there was 1 or 2 really good ones. Oh my God, there it is. Got it. We just found the first panda ant. Wow, I cannot believe it. What am I supposed to do with you? You ran away, and now you're back. Should we try to get like another wallop? All right, well, gonna go for another sting. I don't know if I got a full one that first time around. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, yep, got me. Ah, it's biting me. Ah, ant stinging me. Got a good one there. Ah. Okay, yeah, all right. Really not a remarkable sting, even though we're getting a lot of redness and little micro swelling around those sting sites. This might have been the world's cutest sting. The sting of the tiny panda ant is no match for its growl. All right, let's let this little panda back into the wild. While the pain was manageable right after the sting, the secondary reaction roared back the next day, where I had redness, swelling, and a relentless itch. One of the most painful insect stings on the planet. Now, I really want to put this animal on the bite sting index, but the only problem is I've been searching for warrior wasps for days, and the only nest I've been able to find is all the way at the top of that tree. So if we're gonna catch a warrior wasp, it's gonna be a real challenge. We're not giving up. Let's see if we can get down to the base of the tree to see, 1, if it's climbable at all. 2, if we can maybe makeshift an extra long bug net. This is an extended pole. Here, check this out. Look how long this gets.
Whoa, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think that's fully extended. All right, yeah, see if we can attach this simple bug net to the end of this pole. Maybe I can climb up high enough is my thought, and I can swoop it down. This nest is easily 30 feet off the ground. I think I see it. Let's get under here and check it out. No, this is not looking good. That nest is 40, 50 feet up.
Only we could just fly up there.
Fly up there. Huh. Fly up there. How much do you think that weighs?
Well, that's really light. It's only a few grams.
It's light, right?
Really light.
Okay. I think I have a crazy idea. Let's get back up so we can get advantage of the nest. I've got a new plan. Let's go. All right. I think this could work. My thinking is because there is nothing in front of the nest and there's enough space there, I might be able to attach this net to a drone, and maybe with enough attempts, we catch one in the net. But let's get the drone out, man. This is it. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, getting a little warm. Sun's coming out. Take that jacket off. Got some tape, set of pliers, got our net, a little bit of very thin twine, but very strong. And then of course we got an older drone. Yes, this drone has already seen a couple of bumps and bruises with this net to essentially trail behind the drone like this. Okay, first things first, let's get a piece of string long enough. Got it, that is some strong string. Okay, I think something just like that. That's gonna do it. That's where we want it. Right in the center, right there. Okay. Now here's the thing, you only have one net. Gotta make sure it's really on there. Not to mention it's gonna have to stay in place. And no, in case you're wondering, I've never attempted anything like this before. This is a first. That's done, okay. Let's see how this looks. So this is the idea. And you guys are gonna let me know if you see any warrior wasps in the net, because as soon as we have a few, or at least one in the net, I'm gonna zing it back down, hit the deck as soon as we can. Hopefully it lands just like that, and then come up warrior wasp ready for a sting test. That's the plan anyway. I have no idea whether or not this is actually going to work. Let's give it a shot.
This might just work, Mark.
If this works, this will be the first time anyone has ever caught a warrior wasp with a drone. Here goes nothing. I'm just gonna record. All right, here we go. All right, Fingers crossed. Clear. All right. That's a good sign. Here we go. What we're trying to do is unprecedented. Let me just go up high. I want to see if this I mean, I think that works, guys.
It's working pretty
really
good.
well. I'm impressed.
Ooh. That was bad. You got to go slow. So speed is not good.
Slow and steady.
There's no real prize for being fast here. This is surgical. It's like playing a game of Operation. Oh man, this is cool. All right, I've got eyes on the warrior wasp nest. Looks like the clearest path is like right here. You guys tell me if you see me hitting anything with the net.
Okay, we got our eyes on it.
Okay, I'm going in. First pass. There it is. Okay. All right, definitely, I could see a warrior wasp on the nest. I have not gotten a swarm yet. All right, they're starting to come out. I gotta turn on sport mode. There it goes. Okay. I didn't want to do that until I got close enough. I am right there, guys. They're not swarming. That net's right there though.
If you could somehow get that net to swing, I think one will get inside.
Like rock it back and forth. It's right there at the entrance, isn't it? Danger zone. All right, I'm gonna see if we got anything, okay?
Okay.
Coming out. All right. Dropping the net. All right, nothing. All right, should we go back in for another pass?
Right next to you.
Where?
Right there.
Holy cow, that is a warrior wasp. Let's see if I can go catch it.
Okay.
No, it evaded me. Oh man, that was definitely one. Good eye, whoever saw that. I feel like this is meant to be, guys. I feel like we can do this. Gosh, it's like I'm getting excited about getting stung. All right, here we go. Let's try going for another swing. Really want to get on this side. That's the clearest angle. Really don't want to be in sport mode until I get close. This is actually like pretty nice to have this obstacle avoidance right now. Keeps me like off of the tree. So I can just get in there and then I can go manual. All right, going manual. Now I'm seeing, oh yeah. There's a lot more warrior wasps hanging out on that nest right now. Oh, I see a swarm. One just flew. Okay, they're starting to come investigate the drone, and that is exactly what we want to happen. Come on, just one. Just need one. I'm gonna try to raise the net up, point the camera down, because that's about where the net should be. Oh yeah, I saw another one fly. This is good. Damn, the net is swinging the wrong way. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. There's definitely more. See that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no. Gotta get a wasp right now, or it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna try to swing the net around a few more times, but we're almost out of battery. If you can't already tell from all the beeping. Jeez. That's it, I've gotta bring it back. Maybe we got one, you never know. Just need one. Guys, I think there's something in there. I see something in there. There's definitely something in there. Watch out, watch out. Where's the other net? It's still there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think we got one. I think we got it. Land, 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 land. Yes! Is that? Oh my gosh, we got one! Woo! Oh my goodness. Hang on. Yes, that is a warrior wasp. Oh my gosh. Yes! Yes! All right, hang on, let me get in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, hang on. Let me get in the jar. Let me get in the jar. Come on. Come here, don't you go anywhere. Oh man, all right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there, get in there. Oh, guys, it worked! Yeah, baby! Mwah. Yes! That might be the most amazing catch I have ever had in my whole career. Holy cow. Yes! All right. Oh my gosh, guys, high five. Holy cow. Yes! Yes! I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. That's the world's first ever catch of any insect that's to my knowledge with a drone. This warrior wasp is like, what the heck just happened? Oh my goodness. Now it's time for me to take a sting and officially rate the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Let's set up the table and get this over with. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that we actually pulled that off. We have set up the warrior wasp to enter the Bite Sting Index rankings on Brave Wilderness. Holy cow, I cannot believe it. All right, let's get some supplies out. We don't need this net anymore. I'm gonna keep that on standby though, just in case our wasp decides to make a run for it. Here we go, a few supplies that I need. Got my forceps, there we go. Can't do a sting test without an EpiPen. So just got a new epinephrine pen, and I got an arm. I got this arm. I'm gonna do this arm. I took a sting on this arm yesterday, so we're gonna use a blank canvas for this warrior wasp. This is one of the most infamous stings in the world. This is going to be a first time for me, and you can see right here, look at this. This warrior wasp is getting ready. It's staring me down right now. And these are notorious for being some of the most aggressive wasps. They will defend their nest with their lives, just like a swarm of bees. These wasps will swarm any would-be predator. In fact, they give a warning sign where they beat their wings together, and it can actually create the sound of drums. They're called the drumming wasp as another name. But this wasp, we know all too well as the warrior wasp. Ready to go, ready for battle, and I think that it's ready to enter the Bite Sting Index officially. So we have come up with a brand new sting index that we're going to rank all the world's worst venomous bites and stings on. And instead of coming up with just a pain factor, I have taken so many stings that I could tell you that it's not just the sting that you need to take into consideration. We are ranking this on 3 main factors. We have intimidation, pain, aftermath, all rated from 1 to 10, and then we add them all up and take an average to give the insect or arachnid the official Bite Sting Index for Brave Wilderness. Now, the warrior wasp is intimidating. It is all black, it has an iridescent shine, very menacing mandibles, and almost a fighter jet type appearance. When it flies through the air, you can actually see its abdomen sticking up in the air. It's almost like a harrier flying in to feast or defend. And that is why these insects possess such a painful sting. They are famous for their aggression to protect their nest. So when it comes to intimidation factor, I'd say it's pretty tough to get a taller rating on intimidation. As far as pain, I've never taken a sting, so I'm gonna give it a fair and honest assessment as to how bad the sting actually feels. And then of course, the aftermath. The aftermath of the sting is, I think, the most unique part of the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, because it's often not the initial pain that really gets you, it's the days of healing from the damage. And then we will give you an instant score right after the sting. Can I please have the butterfly net? Thank you, Andrew. We are not taking any chances. I think you know full well just how unbelievable it was that we were able to get one warrior wasp. If this wasp gets away, that's all she wrote. We won't have a video. So I'm going to use this butterfly net as a bit of a safety net to make sure we get the warrior wasp in a good hold. Okay, and then we are not going to take much time, guys. These warrior wasps are very strong for their size, and they can easily get away. So I'm gonna get it in the forceps. I'm gonna put out this arm, and we're gonna take the sting. Camera's rolling, camera's ready.
We're rolling.
This is a one and done. Here we go. Man, I'm getting nervous now. It's like hitting me. Like right now when I'm getting the insect into the forceps, my brain knows that it's about to be sting zone time and we're about to enter a world of pain. Okay, let's see if I can get a grip in here. Give it one chance, it will fly away without hesitation. Okay. Okay, I don't have a good hold. Can you come and open this, Andrew? Open the bag. I have an idea of how I can do this. There's another set of forceps at the top of this. Thank you. Okay. I feel like it's like a game of Operation. Now she's biting these forceps. Let go. Got the hold. This wasp is so impressive, so aggressive looking. Look at those mandibles. Those are some jaws. I have a feeling this isn't just gonna be a sting test. I'm gonna get chomped in the process, so we're gonna factor that into the score. Look at those wings go. I can feel the air coming off of them. This is a very strong wasp. It's gonna score some major points in the intimidation factor. Here we go, transferring. All right, it's officially time to put the warrior wasp on the Brave Wilderness BSI, the Bite Sting Index. I'm gonna get stung right there. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is gonna happen right away. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. It's stinging me, you see that? Wow. Stinger's in, it's pumping me. I'm getting bit. Let go. It's not gonna let go. It stung me again. I can't get him off. Ow. Dang. Oh, hang on, guys. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how bad the bite was. All right, I think we've seen enough. I can tell you what, that is a serious sting, but man, that bite was for real. I'm gonna have to factor that in for sure to the pain score. I did not expect that. Holy cow. The warrior wasp, this insect means business. I'm gonna get through the aftermath, but you get to jump ahead. Let's give the warrior wasp an official ranking on the Bite Sting Index. Here it goes. On intimidation, the warrior wasp looks downright menacing. Its impressive size and appearance screams, "Don't mess with me, I pack a punch." Plus, knowing that this is ranked as one of the 4 worst insect stings on the planet, similar to the likes of the bullet ant and tarantula hawk, definitely made me nervous to take this sting. So for that, I give it a 7 out of 10. For pain, the sting lives up to the hype, which delivered immediate burning pain right through my arm. On top of that, it also packed a nasty bite, which was much worse than I expected, adding to the intensity of the pain that I felt. So for all that combined, I give it a 7.9 out of 10. For aftermath, the warrior wasp left me with major swelling and redness for multiple days, and was very tender to the touch. Now while it was painful, it still fell short of the bone-crushing aftermath from the bullet ant. So for that, I only give it a 7.5 out of 10. All combined, the warrior wasp ranks at a 7.5 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, which places it in some seriously painful company, at least for now. Let's go diving. Diver heading down. Today we are searching for the mysterious limb-based sea dragon, easily the smallest dragon on planet Earth. This creature is so hard to find that it remained undetected until 2006 when it was first discovered. Information about it is still extremely limited, as they are notoriously difficult to find due to their size and the fact that they are fast swimmers. Our goals for today are to locate one, capture it on video, and of course observe it and learn more about the behaviors of this bizarre animal. We are diving in a very unique place in the world called the Limbe Strait, which is right in the middle of the Coral Triangle of Indonesia.
The type of dive we are on is called a muck dive. This is because we will need to search through loose sediment on the seafloor, or the muck, which is the correct environment to find the limbe sea dragon, as they are often sighted around the slime and algae that they resemble. So we'll start looking by scanning the seafloor for areas that have good hiding spots for the sea dragons to blend in. Our air supply is limited to 50 minutes. Let's get searching. Only found in limbe, this sea dragon is almost impossible to spot with the naked eye. So I brought with me a specialty lens for my camera that can magnify areas that we want to inspect closely. And there you have it, first spot of the day. That is a ghost pipefish, which are related to the limbe sea dragon. These fish are also masters of camouflage, but since the creature we are searching for is so small, this one stood right out while scanning with our camera. It appears to be a delicate ghost pipefish, and the way I can tell that is by those weedy looking appendages underneath its snout, and the lack of hair on the rest of its body. What a cool creature. You can almost see right through it, but look at all those vivid colorations, including those super vibrant eyes. Okay, let's keep searching. We have about 60% of the tank left. So far, no signs of the limbe sea dragon, but seeing that ghost pipefish tells me we're on the right track. We're down here today with some local divers that know this area well and have seen the limbe sea dragon before. These rocky outcrops are perfect environments for them. They like to tuck into the crevices, and they also have the right kind of algae that they blend into. Okay, I'm getting the signal. There's something over there. This could be it. Alright, this is the right kind of algae. Let's scan this area well with our camera, and hopefully we can find one. I'm also going to need to use some attachments to steady the camera. We are so zoomed in that we have to keep the rig absolutely still. This is the main reason you've likely never seen this animal before. Finding them is a challenge. Filming them is a whole different ballgame that requires specialty equipment. Luckily, today we have the correct setup. Oh my goodness, there it is, the limbe sea dragon. What a majestic and tiny little creature. Let's try to adjust the camera to get a good look at its face. As you can see, it's moving relatively fast for its size. We're going to have to try to track it until it stops again. This one seems to be on its own, but from what I've read, they usually live in pairs, sometimes up to 10 pairs in one area. So there's a good chance there's more close by. There we go. Now we're still. Despite having the name dragon, these are not that closely related to the Australian sea dragons that people are more familiar with. They are actually more closely related to the pipefish and seahorses that live in this area. So technically, these sea dragons are actually what's known as a pipe dragon. Wow, check that out. Those tiny bright red appendages are really interesting. They almost look like venomous spines or stingers. But I'm certain they can't do me any harm. Those are likely just for appearance to ward off predators. Oh nice, check that out, there's another one. They almost look exactly the same, but this one might be a touch bigger. It's really hard to show the scale on camera, but I cannot stress enough just how tiny this dragon really is. It's also extremely thin. It's only about 1/8 of an inch wide and just under 1 inch in length. It's almost the size of an algae-like eyelash, and it's super hard to keep the camera focused on it, since every small shift I make moves it out of view. Okay, it's moving again. It's so cool how it just drifts through the water. And it uses its fins, you can see right there on the back, to swim right along. But it really looks like a piece of algae. And then when it gets close enough, it can use its long tail to grab on and anchor to the next object. I've actually heard stories of people not realizing they've seen one until they review their photos after the dive, when they thought they were filming other animals only to be photobombed by the limbe sea dragon. But I have to say, as far as a photobomb goes, the limb-based sea dragon is one I would welcome any day of the week. And there it goes. What an incredible creature and rare opportunity to see the limb-based sea dragon of Indonesia.
I'm starting my search for Arizona's largest tarantula, and normally I do my best to not get bitten by giant hairy spiders, but today I'm going to intentionally take a bite from the desert blonde tarantula to see just how dangerous it really is. But before I can do that, I've got to catch one. Let's get searching. We're searching the Sonoran Desert of Arizona to find these tarantulas. This desert is teeming with all sorts of venomous creatures, and the best time to find them is after dark. The sun is finally set, headlamp is on. This headlamp is going to be the main tool that I use tonight to find one of these tarantulas. So I'm going to use my headlamp to sweep from side to side. There's not a lot that gives away other than just getting a light right on the tarantula itself. And then comes the tricky part, actually catching one. I also have a snake hook with me tonight, which could come in handy in catching a tarantula, but the main reason I have it is because this is prime rattlesnake territory. There's a lot more things crawling around out here than just big spiders. These spiders are out tonight hunting, but if they're near their hole, they'll quickly tuck back in. If I don't get close enough in time, it's pretty much game over and we'll have to find a new tarantula to catch. Whoa, we got a rattlesnake right there. You see it coiled up? Right there. Back up a little bit, guys. That is a western diamondback rattlesnake. Now, it is not a big one. This is a juvenile, but it is still capable of inflicting a very serious bite. You can use a snake hook to move snakes out of our way, just like this. Let the snake go, and we keep searching for spiders. Yes. It's a great sign that we're seeing all these venomous creatures out on the hunt. This desert is coming alive.
Put a scorpion right at your foot.
Look at this. Desert hairy scorpion right there. Let's see if I can grab it. Best way to do this is just to grab right at the top knuckle so it can't sting me. Let's see if we can get him to calm down. Stay buddy, stay buddy. Come on. There we go, that's good. Oh. Got him. Oh yeah, he's pinching me. All right, here we go. Let's see, show you what we got here. That is a pretty good size giant desert hairy scorpion, the largest species of scorpion in the United States. Luckily, I've got a good grip on its stinger there, but you can see there's even a little bit of venom starting to come out of the tip of it. If you don't grab these guys correctly, they will give you a pretty good pop. You can see why they call them the desert hairy. Look at all the hairs all over its body. It doesn't get much cooler than these large scorpions. All right, let's put them back and keep looking for those tarantulas. Scorpions and tarantulas are out here hunting the same food. I have a feeling we're closing in on our giant spider. Oh, I got a spider right there. Let's go. All right, I got my container. Let's see if we can get a catch. Okay, its hole's right here. I'm going to need to move in carefully. That is a big male. Oh no, I lost it. Hang on. Maybe I can coax it back out. Oh no. Ah, lost it. Wait, hang on. It's still there. I got it back. Snake hook is coming in clutch. Okay, coax it this direction. See it rearing its abdomen up. Okay, oh, just bit the snake hook. Here we go, guys. Got it. Here we go. Woo! Oh, buddy, that is a good one. Big male desert blonde tarantula. After a little bit of searching and a little bit of luck, then we brought the snake hook. We got ourselves our tarantula for the bite test. All right, I'll take it back in. Let's go, guys. Yes! As fate would have it, as we were heading back to start setting up for the bite test, we saw an even bigger spider. Oh, another tarantula. This one looks bigger. Oh yeah, okay. Let's try to catch this one too. All right, I don't know how close it is to its hole, but I'm gonna go in for the catch. Here we go. Holy cow, that is a huge freaking spider, guys. Wow. Cha. Ho, 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 ho! Oh, that is the specimen we have been after. That is a truly huge tarantula. I did not expect this. Not one, but two huge desert blonde tarantulas. What we have here are a male and a female. And unfortunately for me, I think this video just turned from a tarantula bite test to a tarantula bite comparison. And I'm sure you are as curious as I am which of these two spiders has the more painful bite. It's time to find out. I am definitely nervous. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Two full-grown desert blonde tarantulas. And the table is now set for the ultimate spider bite test here in the Sonora Desert. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What I'm about to do is a bad idea. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see in this video. We have two tarantulas here in front of us. We have a male and the female, which we found unexpectedly. I think it is worth doing a bite test comparison to see which bite is more ferocious, because these spiders live very different lives from each other. Females actually live for a lot longer. We're talking 25 years for a female tarantula and only 5 to 10 years for a male. Females tend to bunker down. They stay a lot more localized to their nests, where the males are much more nomadic and predatory. I have a suspicion that we have a very different bite profile to these two spiders, and we are going to put that to the ultimate test. Let's take a closer look at Arizona's largest spider. Ladies first. In order to get some really good footage of the spider, I'm going to move it into this glass dome. And of course, we don't want our spider to get away. All right, delicate little procedure here. Wow. There we go, perfect, perfect, perfect transfer. Oh my goodness. The fangs on these spiders are enormous. It's not just going to be the venom that I'm up against today. We're talking actual puncture wounds from fangs that large. In terms of what they're out here hunting and eating, pretty much anything that they can grapple onto. They are very strong spiders, and of course, possessing those large fangs, they could subdue a variety of prey. Even small lizards would be a good meal for a spider this size. The females tend to be a little bit bigger than the males. They are called a desert blonde tarantula predominantly because you can see those hairs and just how blonde they are in the middle. But that is a full-grown desert blonde tarantula. The best way to probably go about doing this is for me to grab it by its carapace, the top of the head of the spider, and I'm gonna try to pin it, grab it, and then I'll be able to show you the fangs and of course inflict the bite right here on my thumb. All right. Brought a couple things with me today. I have a large pair of tweezers. Of course, we always bring first aid kit. The thing I need the most is the EpiPen. The worst outcome that can happen besides the pain that I'm about to experience is an allergic reaction. I think it's time to take the first of 2 bites from a tarantula. Okay, here we go. Now the females are known for being a little more docile than the males. Beyond, well, easy girl, back. So you see how it's rearing its abdomen up right there? Beyond their capability to inflict bites, they also possess another defense mechanism, which is to flick the hairs off their abdomen. Females are rumored to be less aggressive, but this one looks ready to bite. And what I'm trying to do right now is to get a good hold on the carapace. This is the safest way for me to hold it for both me and the tarantula. There we go. Oh, geez. Okay, that made my heart jump. Okay. The spider just wants to come right at me. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? That is the sound of spider fangs scraping the table. Okay. Look at the size of those fangs. And their fangs are retractable, just like a snake. And they are thick. We're talking some very large fangs. Those are going to pop holes in my skin for sure. Gotta get up a lot of nerve to do this. Okay, I've got a good grip on the spider. I'm gonna go for it. On 3. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to take a bite from Arizona's largest spider, the desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1. I'm so nervous. 2. 3. Spider's fangs are on my skin. Ah! Yep, got me. You can see there's a little blood right there. Only popped 1 fang through. I think I gotta take a better bite, guys. It wasn't a good enough bite. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah, that time it got me. That time it got me good. Oh my God. That freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on, let me get the spider back. Get back in there, girl. Get back in there. Yeah, see right there. See that? Definitely burns. Oh my gosh, my adrenaline is like firing right now, guys. I feel like my soul just jumped out of my body. That is the most freaked out I've been around an animal. And it definitely burns. Oh man. My neck, okay? Yeah. My neck is like seized up. It's like I've got a cramp right here. I don't know if it's from the bite or if it's from just the nerves and the tension. Oh my gosh. I think it's nerves. I don't think it's from the venom. Definitely burns. It's definitely a burning sensation. I had to really try hard to get that spider to bite me. I want to point that out, that this spider did not want to bite, but that was not an aggression bite, for sure. Okay, I think I'm good enough to do another bite. I think it's time to bring in the second tarantula and see if the male can inflict a more aggressive bite wound, which I have a feeling that's gonna happen. Males are known to be more aggressive, and that's why I wanted to do a bite test here. Much darker in coloration than the female too. Not looking forward to this. And my hand still burns from that first bite. Okay, come here. Come here, you. Come here, you. Okay. Got a pin. Oh my gosh. Way stronger. Way stronger. Way more aggressive. Look at it attacking. Got it. Oh boy, that was tough. Okay. There you have it. The male desert blonde tarantula. Here are the fangs. You can see just as terrifying as the female spider. You can see there's even venom on these. Okay, on 3. I'm about to take my second bite, this time from a male and much more aggressive desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Just waiting for the bite to come. You see, he does not want to bite me.
It's not as angry as the female.
No. Big reaction is that these animals do not want to bite me. So while we've given this spider plenty of opportunity to inflict a bite, you can see it really has no intent to do me any harm. And frankly, it should be a lot more afraid of me than I am of it. So I hope after watching this video, we all have learned some important lessons about Arizona's largest spider. Even though these spiders are large and admittedly pretty creepy, we really have no reason to fear them. And honestly, their venom isn't that strong because spiders this large tend to use their strength to overtake their prey. They don't want to bite you, and even if they do, it's really not that bad. All right, let's let our spiders back off into the desert. Oh my gosh, guys, come check this out. I found a MurderLeaf. This leaf can kill. All right, guys, in this video, we are out searching the rainforest at night in Western Borneo. This location is known for having some of the most unique animals on the planet. And our goal for tonight is to locate as many of them as possible to get up close to the cameras. Let's get searching. If you're out looking for creatures anywhere, the best time to do it is at night. you see the blue eyes? All right, we've got a blue-eyed angle-headed lizard. It's a type of dragon, but you can see it's got some super eccentric details. It's almost like it has a wacky hairdo with those spines up and down the back, but it's sleeping right there on that limb. We're just gonna leave it alone. It's a little too high up anyway. Let's go. When you're out night herping, best tool you can have, headlamp. Headlamp or flashlight. The main purpose of using these lights is to illuminate the forest, but also really to get that eye shine popping off the eyes of all the nocturnal creatures that live out here in this jungle. Oh, we got something right here. Let's see if I can get it to climb onto my hand. Another strange creature of the night. We have a spiny stick insect here. This is just a juvenile. It's not a very big one. And look how it just remains completely still. Thinks it's camouflaged on a branch. But you're not. I see you. Wow, just like pinch me with its feet. Ah, spiny. Ah, spike me with those sharp legs. It's got spines all up and down the legs too. All right, we've had a good look. Let's put this spiky stick back on the plant. All right, guys. One of our spotters out here hiking with us tonight just signaled that they saw something on. What do we got? Oh, perfect. Yes. This is awesome. Okay, guys, it's staying put. This is great. I can probably just get right next to it. All right. Look at the size of this amphibian. You guys can get closer. As long as I don't touch it, it's gonna stay right there. Can you guys see without my light?
Oh, perfectly.
Okay, look at how big that leaf frog is. Now this is a Wallace's flying frog. Its feet and the webs on them are so big and wide that it can actually fly through the canopy as a glider. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to pick it up. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Check that out. How cool is that frog? Let me see if I can get it to just crawl on me. You seeing that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, 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 oh. Get him back. Gotcha. Don't worry, buddy. We just want to see how cool you are. Don't worry. I'm going to put you right back on your stick. The pads on the feet, in case you're wondering, are super sticky. It feels like sap on the bottom of its feet. Super tacky, and that is going to be good for climbing all of the wet leaves and sticks out here in this rainforest. But of course, in addition to climbing, this frog can glide. The Wallace's flying frog has such large hands and back feet pads that it can soar through the canopy. Now that is one really cool leaf frog, and that's coming from someone who's seen a lot of frogs. The Wallace's flying frog here in Borneo. Let's put it back on its branch and keep searching for other creatures of the night. Too cool. All right, so sometimes you can find mammals. There's like tarsiers that live out here. There's all kinds of cool, unique stuff. And of course, this being our first major trip to Borneo, everything we find is brand new. Oh, got something on this branch. Oh my gosh, guys, come look at this. You guys have enough light to see what this is? Okay, what we have here, guys, is a deadleaf mantis. What you're looking at right there is actually a praying mantis that looks almost identical to a leaf. But let me see if I can get it to climb up on my fingers. Oh yeah. Now you can see it. Whoop. Oh, it's a hopper. I would not expect a mantis like this to fly, although I'm sure it has tiny wings. It's definitely well adapted to look just like a leaf.
Now there are actually over 2,400 different species of mantis on the planet, but this one has to be the coolest I've ever seen.
Now you can really see that it's a mantis. Before, when it was on the leaf, it was inverted and you couldn't see the arms, perfectly camouflaging it as a dead leaf hanging off that plant. But as much as it looks like a leaf, it is not dead. It is very alive, and make no mistake, this is a mantis. It is an assassin. It is out here looking for prey, and they are relentless, and they're highly intelligent. You combine that with being excellently camouflaged, and you have a very formidable creature. That is cool.
Oh, beautiful. Now this is a fully grown mantis. This is as big as they get.
Oh, hello. It's looking right at me. You're not gonna hop on me, are you? We're trying to get the shot. Look that way. Oh. It's going for my pants because it's the same color. I've been spotted. We see you. I mean, you can even see on its back just like the striations of the leaf and like the dead spots. I mean, it has so many little particular details that make it look like a leaf. A truly remarkable adaptation. Andrew, have you ever seen anything like that?
No, that's so well camouflaged. I don't know how you saw it.
Well, I saw it because it's on this bright green leaf, so it wasn't the best spot to hide for this leaf mantis, but you could see if it was down here in the leaf litter how it would just disappear. Actually, let's do that. Let's let it go and put it in the leaves and see how it just disappears. Ready? Look, you just put a few leaves around it. Just like disappears in the leaf litter. And can you imagine if it was dry? Like here's a dry leaf. I mean, look at that. Unbelievable, huh? So cool. All right, I've got to get a picture with this. Gonna get my phone out. Not often you see a mantis as bizarre as that one. You know, I've seen a lot of interesting mantis over the years, but I cannot recall one as cool looking as this. Iceland, a country sprawling with dramatic landscapes and explosive volcanic terrain. A place that truly embodies the meaning of the word adventure, with every vista and every step forth on its craggy soil. That's a volcano. Just erupted 8 years ago. For me, this would be my first visit to the Nordic island nation that is far more green than its northern neighbor of Greenland. However, this would be no traditional adventure. It was a solo mission. My goal? To scout future expeditions and adventures for Coyote and the crew, a mission I have led myself many times in the past. Remember those dinosaur footprints? Yep, I found those months earlier on a scouting expedition in southern Utah. But now, because of advancements in camera technology, I can take you with me on these exciting and often unexpected adventures.
Here we go. Time to go snorkeling in freezing water. Let's do this.
While on my Icelandic journey, I explored places like the Valley of Thor, rode Icelandic horses, and even got to visit a world-famous spa, the Blue Lagoon. I still don't know what that is on my face, but hey, everyone was doing it, so why not? Anyways, there's one particular adventure on this expedition that I simply couldn't wait to show you. That being my journey into the icy waters of the Silfra Fissure. The fissure itself is a byproduct of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates drifting apart, leaving in their wake multiple rifts that fill with some of the purest water on the planet. All right, guys, we're about to go snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure, some of the clearest water visibility in all of the world, and actually one of the only places that you can dive between two continents. Literally, we are standing in the fissure that separates Eurasia and North America right now, and we're gonna go diving in a natural spring. So it's very cold. We definitely don't want water getting inside our suits because it's around 2 degrees Celsius, just above freezing, but it's gonna be pretty awesome. We're about to go get our snorkel gear together and get in, so let's go. Is that graceful? Look good? No? Okay. Well, it's gonna keep you warm, so that's what's important. As I walked down the steps of the platform, a nervous anticipation started to set in. Entering 36-degree Fahrenheit water isn't something I tend to do every day. I mean, this water is only 4 degrees above freezing. Safe to say, it doesn't get much colder than this. So guys, my sister's helping us out today. Say hi to everybody, Vic. She came to Iceland with me, so she's the cameraman today. But here we go. We're gonna go snorkeling in the Silfra Fissure. Time to get in. As I plunged into the water, my face was instantly met with a stinging sensation. The shock distracted me, but then suddenly, an explosion of color. This landscape was absolutely surreal. Something straight out of the pages of a science fiction novel. And to top it all off, the water was 100% crystal clear. It was nearly unbelievable. The visibility in the fissure on a good day is said to extend well beyond 300 feet. And I think we can all look at this footage and confirm that that is definitely true. I can see now why so many people with the fear of heights have issues with this experience. It literally felt as if nothing was between me and the bottom of the fissure. In fact, the sensation was actually closer to that of flying than it was to swimming. That is, until I tried to actually kick with my fins. The dry suit, while providing life-saving warmth and insulation, made it nearly impossible to move. The buoyancy it created restricted my movement so much that to a large degree, I was only able to move forward by the assistance of the current. However, I will say this lack of mobility actually allowed me to relax and enjoy the experience as a whole and really take in all the color and spectacular scenery. Sometimes, it's nice to just be along for the ride. So how does a place like the Silfra Fissure come to exist? Well, as it turns out, Iceland sits smack dab on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which is formed by the separation of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. In Thingvellir National Park, the separation of these plates expands nearly 1 inch every year. But over the course of millions of years, it has created fissures, which are filled by a natural aquifer and glacial meltwater from the surrounding peaks. This water moves slowly, very slowly. In fact, it can take up to nearly 100 years to travel and filter itself through the porous volcanic soil, making it some of the purest H2O on the planet. It is so pure, you can literally drink the water around you as you swim through the fissure. And yes, I definitely tried it out. Well, the water is cold, but I can tell you guys, this is by far the clearest visibility I've ever encountered. And oh, by the way, the water is delicious. It's about the purest water that you could ever drink. So it is one of those scenarios where you can't drink the water. It's pretty awesome. Iceland. While it is delicious, it is actually the purity and frigid temperature of the water that helps to create the vivid colors in the landscape of this environment. As I continued to drift along, I couldn't help but dream of coming back to dive this location with the team. My imagination was literally running wild, trying to picture what the scene must be like from the bottom of the fissure. And I was also beginning to wonder, what else might live down there? Is there something down there besides algae and troll grass? But just as I started to consider the idea of taking a free dive to find out, I noticed the battery on my GoPro, which was full 20 minutes prior, was now at only 1%. Woo! Wow guys, the water is so cold that it's literally draining the life out of this GoPro. But before it dies, I just want to say that getting to snorkel the Silfra Fissure here in Iceland has to be one of the coolest experiences I've ever done. I'm Mark Vince, be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next location. Whew, this water's cold. Just seeing that footage makes me want to go grab my dive gear, jump on an airplane, head back to Iceland, and get down there to explore the depths of those fissures. I can only imagine how cool it looks from the bottom. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wait a little bit longer for that adventure, guys. That was just a scouting mission, but I can 100% guarantee you that Coyote, Mario, and myself will be heading back to Iceland on an epic adventure very soon. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this behind the scenes peek of the Silfra Fissure and just what it takes to location scout productions for Brave Wilderness. I am on the hunt for the deadliest sting in all of Borneo. And if I'm able to catch one of these super aggressive insects, I'm going to take a sting for myself to see just how painful it really is. Eyes up, these killers attack from the sky. So right now we are looking for flowering plants because in all likelihood that's where we're gonna find what we're after. The hornet itself does eat nectar and fruit, but it also hunts bees, which are attracted to flowers as well. So these banded hornets are really opportunistic. Oh man, we are in the thick of it now. Snake! Guys, we got a snake right here. Bornean keeled viper. It is venomous, and it is a really good sized one too, but so I can get it down. Oh, she's heavy. My goodness. You see what I mean now? That's why I want to be especially careful with this snake. I do believe she's carrying young, so she's what's called gravid, and she's about to give birth to a lot of baby snakes. Oh. So can you see that anytime she gets more than half of her body length out of my hook, I do a reset. As long as I have the hook in that first quarter, I'm fairly safe. Now, you would not want to take a bite from this viper. As docile as she is being right now, we can't let her guard down. In an instant, this snake could wake up, decide to become aggressive, and a bite from this animal would be a very dangerous situation. How's that for a shot? It's named the keeled viper because of the scales. They have a little ridge that goes in between each individual scale. Unlike most pit vipers, it has a much thicker jawline. It has a very robust and bold appearance. And then when you combine that with the coloration of this reptile, it's a knockout. We gotta cover some ground. We gotta get out of this canopy and hopefully find some flowers. I'm not sure there's gonna be many hornets hanging out in this dense jungle here. Oh wow, here's a flower. Guys, come check this out. This is called a Rafflesia flower. It is the national flower of Borneo, but it actually has a much more common name, the rotting corpse flower. Being that I've never encountered one of these before, you know I gotta test it. It definitely stinks. Not nearly as bad as I thought. Spoiled barbecue, no big deal. We're gonna head up here where there's more light and hopefully more flowers. I'm hearing a lot of buzzing. I got flowers, guys. Big flowers in there. Something's buzzing up there. I think we got one. I think we got one. Watch out, guys, watch out. I got it. Yes. Woo, we got one. Let's go to this clearing. I'm gonna get the jar. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness. That is it. The banded hornet, the deadliest stinging insect in all of Borneo. It is huge. Look how big it is. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we got one. And it looks mean. Let's go set up the sting table. Let's do this. First, up close look at one of the insect killers of Borneo, the banded hornet. And it is enormous, easily twice the size of hornets that I'm used to seeing. And look at that bright yellow band across the abdomen. An obvious reason as to how it got its name. Now, there are two types of banded hornets. There are banded hornets in the mainland of East Asia, and then there are banded hornets in the tropical regions. And you could tell the difference mainly because the mainland hornet band stops right in the middle. So you see a black line above the yellow. The tropical version of this hornet has a yellow band that extends all the way to the top of the abdomen. And of course, here we are in the tropics, so this is in fact that species. But between the two, this one is known to be much more aggressive, and it kills many people throughout East Asia every single year. In fact, in 2018 alone, this species of hornet killed 7 people in Indonesia. And that is because of the toxicity of its venom and the aggression of the colonies of these hornets. They do nest, they do hive up, and when people are swarmed by these and inflicted with multiple stings, it can almost lead to instant anaphylaxis, instant shock, and sadly, yes, many people lose their lives due to those unfortunate encounters. But today, and because of all the stings that I've done before and my knowledge of what to do in case of an emergency situation from a sting, I am willing to go flesh to stinger with the terror that is known as the banded hornet of Borneo. And it looks intense, preparing itself for what is going to be probably one of my worst stings. The nerves are kicking in. Gonna take a sting on this arm. Got a little aftermath still going there from a different sting, but this is a nice blank canvas. Because this hornet could have a potentially emergency outcome to this sting test, let's just do a quick review, guys, on the EpiPen. If I need the EpiPen and I can't administer myself, this is what you do. Remove the pen from the container. Both blue caps come off, exposing the needle. You jam it into either of my legs. You depress the top for 10 seconds. Pull it out. And that will give me enough medicine to make it to where I can get more help. Okay, guys, here we go. Out of the container. Try to do it without getting it too fired up so I can get a good hold on it. See the stinger going. Got a bad hold. I've got it between the sheets. I'm gonna keep chasing it until I get to dead end. Check to make sure I got a good hold. I got a good hold. There it is. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the banded hornet of Borneo on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's in. Yeah, I get it. I got away. Oh, buddy, it got me. Oh. Oh, wow. Ooh, that burns. Oh, yeah. Instant searing pain. Stinger went deep right away. It flew off almost immediately. No one else was stung, thankfully. But that was a powerhouse of a sting, guys. It's like making my hand shake. All right, let's just monitor. Forgot to monitor this for like at least a half hour, guys. I'm not out of the woods by any means. It's been about 10 minutes after the sting. You can still see the blood at where the sting site was. A lot of the stings that I take remain in the upper parts of the skin, in the dermis of the skin. This one clearly went into the bloodstream, and it itches so bad already. Typically, itching does not set in for at least like 12 hours to a day. I have never experienced this on any sting before.
And it still hurts. Let's be really, really clear. It does not feel good at all, but the itching is starting to overpower the pain. So unusual. But it's time to rank this insect, this banded hornet from Borneo, on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And as always, it's going to be on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, and the aftermath. Roll it. On intimidation, the banded hornet certainly looks intense. It's easily twice as large as your average hornet, and they almost warn you not to touch them with that bright yellow banding. Plus, they do have that reputation of being the most deadly sting in Borneo, which is terrifying given how many stinging insects live out here. So for that, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. For pain, once the stinger dug into my skin and started dosing me with its venom, it was immediate. And the sting radiated throughout my entire arm, engulfing my forearm in searing pain. And it drew a drop of blood on top of that, which only happens with the most serious of stings, and it definitely made me nervous. Given all those factors, it easily earns its 8.1 out of 10 for pain. The aftermath of the banded hornet continues to earn it some serious points. That stinger went in deep and caused serious itching right away, which I have never experienced before. I went through wave after wave of pain, and we had to closely monitor my symptoms to make sure I wasn't having an allergic reaction. It also caused a shocking bullseye reaction on my arm, which is always concerning. Anytime I would get active in the days following, the swelling would come rushing back, including the horrible itch, which lasted for a full 48 hours. And for that, it gets an aftermath score of a solid 8 out of 10. All factors combined, the banded hornet ranks at an 8.2 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, beating out the cow killer from Arizona, but falling just short of the giant black carpenter bee, also from Borneo. Wow, this place stings.
Australian tide pools are well known for their many deadly and bizarre creatures. Last time, we found everything from venomous cone snails to feisty eels. But that was during the day. And just when we thought these tide pools couldn't get any wilder, wait until you see what we found at night.
Welcome back, Brave Crew. We are out again in the tide pools of Queensland, Australia, but this time we're out at night. And as you may have noticed, we are out with a very large net. Now this net is meant for one creature and one creature only, the Wobbegong. And if you don't know what a Wobbegong is, stick around, because if you're watching this video and we actually released it, there's a good chance I catch one. All right guys, let's head out there and find ourselves a giant. The waves are fierce tonight. The storm surge that's been through the last few days is not gone yet. There's a lot of lightning that we're seeing. It's far enough away where we're safe at the moment, but that could present some challenges later. A little crabby. That's a good sign. I want to see if there's any fish in these pools, because if we can find the fish, there likely will be a Wobbegong not too far behind. Oh, there's some kind of fish. Look at that. That's what the Wobbegong are after, which means that we're on the trail. Looking for that eye shine. Hang on, I might have something here. Guys, turn your cameras on, I got one. Oh, I got it! Woo! Yes, that's a Wobbegong. That's a nice one too. The big net did its job. Okay, let's head up here in a little shallower water so we can do the presentation. I'm actually going to get the Wobbegong out of the net. This is a great little shallow pocket of water for us to observe it in. There you go, buddy. Whoa, see that? That was a warning. I have very sharp teeth and I will bite you. Is that a good shot for you guys? Okay, cool. Let's take a look at this shark. So you'll notice these sharks have a beautiful cryptic patterning up and down their body, and that really helps them blend into their environment. Another thing that helps them blend into their environment is actually their sensory appendages that are around the face and sides of the head. Really gives them that mossy, carpeted look, which also has led to their name, the carpet shark. And they do have a very rough skin, like most sharks do, not at all slimy. And you'll see here now that this shark has become very relaxed, very comfortable with us being around it. It's very comfortable being in the shallow water. And this is a natural thing to happen to these sharks sometimes. Oftentimes they'll be out here feeding and the tide will recede back faster than it can escape. And it'll have to just hang out here in the pool and wait for the high tide to come back in so it can swim back out to open sea. Now, a lot of people out there think that sharks have to be moving in order to breathe, and that's not actually true with a number of species, but specifically with the Wobbegong, they can remain completely still and breathe just fine. You can see it right there gulping in water and actually pushing it out the sides of its gills, just like that. And now this shark, I would say, is on the medium to small size for its species. This species can actually grow to just over 1 meter, but some Wobbegongs can get up to 3 meters in length, and that's a pretty big carpet shark if you ask me. Now, the reason they have this great camouflage is they are ambush predators. They will sit, lay in wait, and then as soon as a prey item comes right in front of it, boom, it'll snap its jaws and have its meal. And while these sharks are perfect ambush predators, they do actively hunt from time to time, which is what we were actually witnessing this shark doing when we caught it. They like to ride in with the tide and they catch those bait fish that are marooned here in the tidal pockets. Now, another thing you'll notice about this shark is the shape of its head. It has a very large head for the size of its body. Actually, the head is wider than it is long, and they're known to be the bulldogs of the sharks out here. Once they bite, they do not let go. So that would be a big problem if we were to be bit by this shark tonight. So I definitely want to keep my fingers and my toes at a safe distance from the mouth of that shark. Unfortunately, from time to time, people do interact with these sharks in a negative way because we do cohabitate in some of these tidal pools in beach areas. And there have been a few reports over the years of people being bitten on their toes, but fortunately, no reported fatalities in Australia, at least none that I've been able to find. Well, I think that about does it. Finally, the rains have subsided. It seems like the bugs have died down just in time for us to have an outro. We were able to endure all the elements tonight to finally find a Wobbegong and bring it up close to the cameras so you can all appreciate just how cool these carpet sharks truly are. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss a second of the action ahead. I'm Mark Vins. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, let's get the net and put the shark back where we found it. All right, buddy, time to go home. All right, let's go. It's a little bit deeper over this rock ledge. This is a good place to let him go. All right, buddy, see ya.
If you enjoyed that episode, make sure to search for the Brave Wilderness channel on YouTube so you can join me and the crew on our upcoming adventures.